Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today what I have for y'all is I'm going to be unboxing Boxycharm for this month. It's April 2020. So I'm going to be unboxing this for y'all, and then I will be reviewing all the products, trying them on my face, make a look out of it if we can. I gotta try to find something to open this. So if you've never gotten Boxycharm, this can be kind of a reference. But you will be ordering for May if you go ahead and order it. It's $27 a month, and that's with tax and shipping and all the good stuff. Opening it up, hardest thing ever was waiting to open this up to film. I love opening up my boxes. So actually I'm really excited we get a little card. I have not gotten a card in mine for the last couple months. I was getting worried. I also hadn't gotten, it looks like this with the two little things with these on top. I had not gotten this like protective foam either in a little bit. There's always a theme, but it's never like themed, like, you know. This theme is festival vibes. And then it gives you all the stuff in here. There's also a new thing with Boxycharm where you can choose a product for that month or like I just chose my product for next month's box, but it is like a very short window of time. It opened for me yesterday, and I could only choose one thing today. But I also got a little thing on here. It's for the makeup eraser, which I'm really excited. I really wanted that. You can't see on the website what exactly you got in your box, which I actually kind of like. I like being surprised, but you can see all the products that you could get. Let's actually look at what we got. First on top, 3 face masks. I'm really excited about this. I love doing some face masks, but I don't go and buy them because these are probably like $5 each. There's a calming, illuminating, and a purifying face mask in here. So I will definitely be doing one of these soon, because right now I'm needing some calming, some illuminating, and some purifying in my face. Then we got the Professional, put it right on my face, the Professional by Benefit Pore Primer. This is extremely popular. I was pretty sure I was going to get this because on the website it had the most reviews, which I'm assuming the most people got that. I've always needing primers. I really like the packaging. I love the material of this. I'm weird like that. But it's a pretty good size. I'm really happy with it. Moving on. Next, I have the Iconic London Illuminator. I actually got no, I didn't. I got the Cover FX drops in like my first Boxycharm, and they were orange on me. So those definitely did not go into my regular makeup stuff. But here we go. They're cute. They're droppy. I'll probably use them. I'm not a big, like, some people use stuff like this on their face before they put their makeup on to have a more dewy look. I'm not a big on that kind of person, but I would totally dab a couple drops on my finger and use it as a highlighter, so I might do that. I'm also not really big though into liquid highlighters. I love my powder highlighter, and that's that on that. Then we have the Dose of Colors Lip It Up Satin Lipstick. I really wanted this as well. This is in the shade Lava Cake. So this is how it looks when it comes right off. This makes me so nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna stab it with the cap. But it's actually really pretty. I love this packaging as well. You can't really see it. It's very reflective, but it just says Dose of Colors. And I love, it's very creamy. This is a shade I would wear every day, and it would go with my outfit too today. Okay, and then lastly, got the foam out. Yep. Lastly is our palette. I wanted to save this for last to look at all the colors. I got the Cafe, so I'm probably going to really like this. It's probably neutral tones. I've been wanting to just grow my stash of makeup and eyeshadows, and so I was really up for any sort of palette, whether that was something I would wear all the time. I've been just wanting to get out of the rut I've been in of many neutrals and browns. But here we go. Neutrals and browns, right? So this is the Zoeva palette. It looks really pretty. I've not had anything from Zoeva. Oh, actually, I'm really wrong, I think. Yeah, I'm really wrong. So these are actually, there's no mirror, which I like for this. These are really, really pretty. There we go. They're really cool tones, which is really awesome for me. I don't have a lot of cool tones. So yeah, and we've got a green. I love that. Some cooler purpley red tones. I really love this palette, and I will wear the crap out of these. So that's really exciting. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes. Love that. I love an equal distribution. That was the box. I think, of course, any makeup subscription box you get, you're never going to be able to make like a full makeup look out of it. But that's why I grabbed all my extra makeup, and we're going to make a look. Does this have the prices? Yes, it does. So for all my stuff, Boxycharm promises to have, I think it's an over $125 value. If not that, at least over $100 value. So we're gonna fact check them on that. For the Professional Primer, where is she? Here she is. It is $32 for, I think this is probably, yeah, not even an ounce. The Zoeva palette, this is $28, so less than the primer. So we're up to $60. Then we have the Illuminator Drops Liquid Highlighter or Dewy Finish on your face. This is $41. Then we have the lipstick from Dose of Colors, and that is $17. That sounds right for Dose of Colors. And then we have the sheet masks. I'm guessing it has $9, so maybe each of these are $3. That would make sense. So, total of $127 for my Boxycharm, which would go over barely the $125, and of course over the $100 amount that they promise. With that said, we're gonna move on and do a look with all this. So, glasses are coming off. I'm going to go wet my sponge, and we'll get started. All right, we got our dirty sponge wet, dampened. And I was going to try, I actually just got an add-on, so like my first add-ons for Boxycharm, and I got this sponge by, oh, here we go, by Illuminati. Yep. And it's really dense. This sponge is by e.l.f. I love the Real Technique sponge, and they were sold out at Ulta when I needed to go buy a new sponge because mine was getting wear and tear. And this one is just super, super dense. I've never tried a really dense sponge like this, but I thought to be fair for the look, we'll try what we always use. We're gonna go in with our primer. We're gonna use the Professional by Benefit. I've heard really good things about this primer though, so. Oh, it is wet. Okay. Ew. Hated that. I'm assuming, you know, it's a new product, and I probably should have mixed it up a little bit, but I also have a mirror right here that I'm just gonna, oh wow, it's got that really silicone-y texture to it, but sometimes that works. I don't know, but this is how I usually use primer anyways. I use it with my fingers, and I'm just gonna put it, I always put it right under my eyes because that's where my pores are ginormo. They like to show themselves. And also my nose, my forehead, and my chin, that T-zone area. So yeah, it definitely has that silicone-y smooth texture, but it's working, so. Next, I'm gonna go with my foundation. I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I think it really works. It was like $6, and if you can get over the smell, it's not bad, but it smells kind of like paint-y, which I know we all love for things going on our face. But you know what? We're poor, and we gotta do the best we can. So yeah. Next, got my foundation on. I'm gonna go in with concealer. I use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I love it so much, but I was kind of dumb and got a shade a little bit too light for me. It's not bad, but it definitely works. I got this in a Boxycharm. It's by Pretty Vulgar. It is another concealer that is a little too warm for me. So I mix these two together sometimes and it gets like the perfect shade. So I'm gonna go in and put these on. All right, got that done. I really love my concealer. ColourPop rocks. And I love that I can get like a really pretty good color. This kind of looks a little weird, but it will get better. I'm going to go in with the Ciate London. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I actually really enjoy this. I do not bake my face though. It's just a little too much for me, in my opinion, on my face. So I'm just going to tap this off and just put it in a little dusty dust action. I don't need a lot. I don't want my face looking really dry. I have pretty combination-y skin, but it's a little more on the dry side. But it does get oily if I don't deal with her. So I'm just doing it under the eyes. I don't really need it anywhere else. I just want to set that makeup and make it look pretty amazing. So done with her. Moving on, I am going to wait on blush, depending on how my eye look turns out. Right now I'm going to go in with brows. This is my e.l.f. brow pencil. My brows look atrocious right now. Self-care has not been my top priority right now. This is in the shade Taupe, but I have pretty good brows to begin with. They are pretty full. They're not very sparse. I just like filling them in a little bit, so they don't need too much help. Bada bing, bada boom, they're done. Okay, I don't spend a lot of money on brows because my brows don't need it. I am gonna do a little brow gel to keep all the little hairs in place, in order where they should be. My mom gave this to me. It's by Maybelline. It's just a little tinted brow gel. It was too dark for her. She has like invisible eyebrows, so. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna go in. We're gonna try these iconic drops. I'm a little nervous about them. I'm not a big fan of liquid highlight or cream highlight or stick highlight, anything but powder highlight. I don't have it. I don't own her. Now I do. I'm also not a big, ooh, okay. There she is. Hello. I'm also not a huge fan of like extreme glow, but we might be having that moment today. You know, she just might be a little more present with us. It's a really pretty shade for my face. Not mad at her at all. But I did a great angle for this. So, here she is. She's really not bad. Like, I actually really enjoy that. I'm a fan. And I always liking the higher priced product. If we take a look-see, the most expensive thing in here was these drops. And so I always like it when I'm a fan of the thing that was the most expensive. Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't really need the dropper because I don't use it that much. But this would look really pretty underneath all my makeup. I might try that next time. Okay, we're just gonna do a little moment on the nose. Not too weird or much. And then I'm gonna do a little moment on Cupid's bow. That's my favorite highlighting spot. It is beautiful and we love it. And then just a little bit on the chin. I've also been really getting into the forehead highlight. That's becoming like a, ooh, she's a little much. Whatever. Someone likes it, right? Yeah. Okay, it might be a little dark. It is showing some shadows, so it might be a tiny bit too dark for me, but we're just gonna roll with it. Why not? All right, you guys, I got the highlight on, got some stuff done for a second. So now after highlight, I'm gonna move on to contouring. I normally use this Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. I actually got this in my first Boxycharm. These are our shades right here. Hello. I really like these. The shimmers that come in it are too dark for my skin tone, but I healthily use these two shades right here for powder, and I use this one to contour. So, and the other shades are, of course, really easy to use for eyeshadow as well. So I'm just gonna dip into the shade Carrot. That's always been my bronzing shade since I've gotten this palette. When you get your first Boxycharm, you get a fun little extra gift for getting your first Boxycharm, and this was mine. You don't get to choose that gift, but the options are really good. So I was really, really happy with that. Alright, just got all my bronzing done. I don't really bronze a whole bunch. I definitely hit the cheekbones and I hit the forehead to just warm my face up. But that's kind of all I do for bronzing. So moving on, we've done highlight, all that good stuff. I'm just going to move on to the eyes. Again, I'm going to wait for blush towards the very end so I know what I'm working with and my blush doesn't look weird with my cool tone eyes, because we know they're going to be cool toned with all these shades. I think I'm going to go with these pinkier tones, probably starting like that. So I will just get it going. I always start with a transition shade. I'm going to start with Nuanced History, which is this shade right here. This shade right here. And just going to dip in, get a solid amount, and start going in the crease. And eventually just getting this all over the lid. Okay, and now I'm going to get another blending brush. And I'm just going to blend right here where it's kind of made a harsh line. This became a much more pigmented shade than what I was thinking. So I'm going to blend it out a little bit. I'm actually going to take Microfoam, and I'm going to, which is the shade right above it, and I'm going to just use that to blend this pink, what is it called? Nuanced History shade. Just like that. And now I'm going to go and do the same on the other eye. Alright, got that done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take this shade right here. It's called Tasting Note right here. And I'm going to again go into that crease shade a little bit less liberally, not as high up, just kind of focusing in on the crease. Just really making sure that it's a nice smooth transition. It just adds a little bit of depth, more color, stuff like that. Sweet. I'm going to go in again with this Microfoam shade and just blend the two. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go in lastly with Cup of Joy. It's this right here under the green. I'm going to go in with a, this is Morphe M330 brush. And I'm just going to pick that up. I like this brush a little bit more because it's more penciled, like more whoop kind of shape, you know what I mean? And I'm going to put that directly into the crease and then blend it out. This shade has a lot more kickback, so I'm assuming it might have a little more fallout. And I'm just going to place that right in the crease. Alright, lastly, again, I'm just going to go into Microfoam and blend all these together a little bit. Okay, cool deal. Lastly, I'm going to put on a shimmer shade. This one looks really pretty. It's called Distinct Experience. This pink shimmer right here. I'm just going to go with my finger. Really, really pretty. Ooh, yeah. And I'm just going to tap that on the lid. Okay, so now we have the eyeshadows down. I thought about putting a little bit underneath. Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of the second shade we used, the medium shade right here. I forgot what she's called. Tasting Note. And I'm gonna put her just under the eye, just a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit of the darker shade, the Cup of Joy, instead of Cup of Joe, and pull that down as well. Okay, it's looking like something. I don't know how I like it. I don't know. Let's just add some more and then see if it helps itself out. Now I'm gonna add mask. Actually, I think we might go in with some eyeliner. I think that might help. I'm gonna use the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Liquid Liner. I like a liner that has like a brush, not a felt tip. I don't know. I feel like that's what I learned with, and that's what I like. That's as good as it's gonna get. Cute. I wish I had some, you're gonna be shocked. I don't have any stick eyeliner with me right now. Just like the basic black eyeliner. That's what I would use right now. I don't know why I'm not loving this right now, but I'm not. I'm gonna actually try something. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. This is a lip liner. I'm gonna see if I can line the underside of my eye, or my like waterline with this. I think that looks so much better. That's what I needed. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do for underneath. I think I may have just done it out too far. This is the Becca Ultimate Lip Definer. I got this in last Boxycharm, and this is in the shade Energetic. I think what I'm gonna do is try to maybe blend it out a little bit more. Okay, mascara. I'm gonna go in. This is also by Pretty Vulgar. I love the packaging on this. Just like little birds and twigs and leaves. This was in my last Boxycharm as well. So I'm going to roll with this, put it on my lashes real quick. Okay, so now with all that being done, it is finally time for the cheeks. We're going back to blush. I think I'm gonna go with this Ciate London blush. It's a nice rose shade and it's a little cooler toned. So I think I'm just gonna go with that. Now the last step, we're gonna roll with lips. Of course, we have our lip option already picked out for us. Wow, I can't believe that didn't get smushed. This is gonna be like kind of intense, I feel like, and it's fine. Yep, okay. Okay, so got that done. Actually, I don't mind the shape of this if you work it to your advantage. You can get really straight lines with the shape of this lipstick, which I really like, but you can also mess up so easily with it. So it looks a little darker than it does right here, but that's just because of the stuff. So that is everything. I don't have any spray with me right now, which I've realized. I thought this was really, really fun to make, and I think the Boxycharm was really awesome for me. So I hope y'all really enjoyed watching this and watching me put stuff on. Let me know if there's any other things you would want me to try, and I will see y'all next time.